What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video, and welcome back to a video after a long break. It's been over a month since I posted, but glad to be back. Definitely. I didn't even plan on taking a break. I think it just kind of naturally happened. Not that I wasn't wanting to do it. It's just, I don't know. I think part of it was I just ran out of ideas of stuff to talk about, which is fine. I think it got to a point where, I mean, the videos were alright. It's just I don't think I was providing the value that this channel used to give off and why so many people subscribe to it in the first place. Um, which is fine, but definitely over the month I've had some really good ideas. Uh, I'm glad to be back, and I'm gonna hopefully start off with a banger here. I think I thought about all the videos I've posted. This was actually this morning. I thought about all the different videos over the past over a year now. This channel's been alive of what I post, and I've kind of want to condense them all. It's like this is like a checkpoint of this channel and like my thoughts, honestly. And we talk about like motivational things and life stuff, but I think at the end of the day, it boils down to a couple things like what people, what everyone, not everyone, but I mean most people want out of life. And I think most people just want a family, a house, a reliable car, and food. So, I mean, you can get into the nitty gritty of like, Maslow's hierarchy of needs and stuff, but I'm not going to get in. I don't really care about, I mean, it's cool, but it's not the point. But just from looking at it from where we are as a society now, what led us to this, and what we can do to fix it. And I think back, and this isn't me pointing fingers, or it's not a misery show either. Like, this is just what I objectively see with my eyes. And what I can see is there's no jobs that can give you that without you either A, getting lucky, B, going to school for some very high end skill, and even that you may not even get a job, or yeah, that's pretty much it. Like, you can't go get a honest job, honest work, honest labor job and make that like, you used to be able to. And this is, again, this is what I'm not going off facts, I'm not going off statistics, I'm not looking anything up. This is just what I objectively see. And what I objectively was able to see is, my grandparents' generation, they were able just to get jobs in like trades in the fields, and their friends and people that I know that are in that age, 60s, 70s, 80s, they would go get a job in a factory or do this or do that and make money to have one person work and afford a house, a car, go on vacations, and have some left over. And you can't do that anymore. I don't. There's just no jobs you can get out of high school to do that. And I get it. Like, we've got to a point where stuff is obviously more expensive and that, but it may be, you couldn't have the nicest car, have the nice house, but I truly think that it's just greed at the end of the day that's got us to the point of that being a thing. Um, and that's easy to say because, yeah, that's an easy thing to a conclusion to come to. I'm not a genius for coming up with that idea, but it's the truth. And kind of to get more deeper on what I wanted to talk about is this is why I think so many people are so miserable and nasty. You go out in public today or do whatever, like, it's not their fault. It's like they've just been let down by the society, like our older generation. It's just sold us out as individuals, and that's coming from someone that's like, I have a good job, I make good money, and I'm able to do the things I just talked about. But I that came from a lot of hard work, and that's not the point of this video. The point is, you shouldn't have to put in extraordinary, out of this world effort to get those things. And that might be controversial because it's all about hustle and that, but like, you could do that and end up not getting anything. And you look at the generation, they tell you, oh, just go get a job and do this and do that. You see the memes all the time of like, you know, and I think the ones funny I see, like the AI ones and the old guys, like, oh, I was able to afford a house on, my Burger King salary back in 1965. and tells you to go. I don't know if you've seen this. I don't know if I'm explaining it well, but hopefully you get the point. But I think when people are just so fed up with it, and I'm glad it's being more talked about now. Uh, it's just sad. It's just it, I'm not saying you should be able to get a job and become a millionaire or even make 100K a year, but you should at the minimum be able to get a job that you can pay rent and eat at the minimum. At the minimum. Um, and it's just comes down to corporate greed, our leaders, and that kind of stuff. That's just what it is. But and we just sit here and take it as a society, and I don't know. And I've just seen it affect the way, just overall, just like being out in public or doing that. It's like people are miserable at their jobs. You don't get treated with respect, and I, if you're at work or something, you're getting paid. Like, yeah, you probably should be nice and do that. But at the same time, it's like you're there getting paid nothing. You go to work, you get paid every 2 weeks. You get a check, and it's like, okay, what am I supposed to do with this? Eat, and then that's like, I don't know. There's not a good solution. I probably am not going to offer a solution, but it's just what I've seen. And the only hope in this video is what I'm trying to tell you is like the truth of the matter is in this day and age, if you want to have those things, like you are gonna have to bust your ass, and you probably are gonna have to get lucky. And that's sad and pathetic as the society we're in. That is just not how we live in the. I mean, I live in the United States of America, and it should not be like that. You should not have to, you know, sell your soul and bust your ass and do this and do that for years to have those things, and probably get lucky too. Like that's just not how it should be. Yeah, should you be able, if you get a decent job, yeah, you're probably not gonna be able to afford the nicest car, you're probably not gonna be able to afford the nicest house, but you should at least be able to have support a family, support yourself, food, have a house. But guess what? You can't do that anymore. And I think that leads to why people, all these videos exist like this in the first place, is because of that. And like, yeah, you can go out and vote, make a difference. You get these politicians telling you they're going to make it better, but it's just, I don't know, not better, I guess, for lack of better words. And like I said, I don't really have a solution to it. It just, it just sucks. And I can see the pain in people's faces and the way people act. And again, this goes into another theory of mine. I think that's why some of these kids are so crazy. We have all these horrific things that happen at schools and, in the news with shootings and stuff. And my theory behind it is like, we have to have both parents work in households, and, these kids get left alone all day. They don't have a parent in the household, teaching kids right from wrong. They get all their information from the internet or at school, and we don't have strong families anymore. And again, it comes back to people not have enough money and both parents have to work crap jobs that they hate, and then the parents come home. And it's not even about, like, yeah, people will work crap jobs before, but at least they got paid for it. That's another point of the argument too, is like, yeah, people used to work crappy jobs too, but the difference is they actually were able to um, afford things after the fact. And now it's just, you can work a crap job and you can't afford jack shit. So anyways, that's the video. That's kind of what's been on my mind, is just the state of the world and my view on it. And hopefully you guys, I'd love to hear your comments and stuff in the uh, comment section of what you think of that, and what my, if you have any counter arguments or things that don't make sense that I said, I'd love to hear what others have to say about it. But yeah, that's the video. And I guess if you need hope and need that little bit of motivation, is I guess just find something and stick to it and let it ride, because I think jumping around from thing to thing's gonna lead you to a dead end every time, but I think you have to really stick to something these days and ride it to the end, and that's gonna take time. It's gonna take years, unfortunately, but that's the world we live in. And it's not, you look at it as a good thing, honestly. It's like, stick it out to the end and you'll be above and beyond, and have what you want. But unfortunately, it's gonna take some time and a little bit of luck, which shouldn't be the case. I'm not saying you don't have to work hard for the things in life you want, but you shouldn't have to work 5, 10+ years just to afford the basics. But that's the world we live in. Yeah, hopefully you guys are all doing good. I know this video might have been a little negative, but I just wanted to do a little baseline video of what I've been seeing in life recently, but kind of about my side. I sort of got this game, like I'm just running around, but that's like half this game is just running around trying, like my base is right over there. I have a nicer house and a base, and like I just never noticed this copper in the side of the mountain here. So I'm gonna mine that at some point, but I want to kill this animal too. Vintage Story is this game, by the way. It's really, really fun. I've been having a lot of fun on it. We have a server as well, me and my friends, so maybe that'll be the next server we do on this channel, is a Vintage Story server. That'd be kind of fun. That'd be cool. But anyways, I'm going to end the video there. Welcome back if you've missed these videos, but anyways, I'm not chasing that thing. It can live. But yeah, I'm going to end it there. Hopefully you guys have a good start to your week. Happy Monday. And as always, God bless you guys. And yeah, that's it. See ya.